New Year's resolution? I mean, not really. I think that obviously you try to take time to reflect and slow down a little bit, be reflective on whatever year you have. I'm not sure that the new year marks anything. I kind of set my goals around our season. So in the off season, I set new goals of what I want to do as a person, as a man, as a player, and you know, we don't, as a professionals and even college players, the holidays start to lose a little value over time. So long-winded answer, no, I'm not a New Year's resolutions person.
But it has been a rather tumultuous year for you, 2018.
Yeah.
Contract, the role, the career stuff. Like,
yeah.
You reflect on that?
Yeah,
well?
it's been a roller coaster,
yeah.
Up and down, and you know, obviously the birth of my daughter trumps everything. Signed a new deal, high, you know, probably one of the better years of my career. Obviously, kind of coming out party to the NBA, getting injured, you know, not so good playoff run, and you know, those are just all things that are a part of the journey and a part of the process, and you try to have a good perspective on those things, and you know, remind yourself of how blessed you are, how fortunate you are, and you know, try to find little ways that you can be better, and a lot of those things are marginal, and just try to keep the same focus and energy, and just keep striving to be better each day as a man and as a basketball player.
Is it hard to maintain that sort of status, that even status over a year that's had so many ups and downs? Like, why do you fight the urge to overreact, both good and bad?
I mean, you overreact, but I think you can overreact in your head a little bit, but as long as your actions don't follow that. So, you know, I have a bad shooting game, I go change my form the next day, you know what I mean? Those type of things. Like, you can go home and be pissed off and, you know, feel like crap about it, and you come back in the next day and you get your work in and you try to come back the next game and play better and things like that. So when you get injured, that's probably the toughest time, because there's no action to fix it right away. You just got to sit and hold that for a second. But you just try to stay even-keeled. I've been blessed with a good temperament. Naturally, that's just my personality, so I've been able to manage some of those things a little bit better.
The crowd seemed like it was pretty quiet while you guys were practicing. Was it weird having all these people watching and not making any noise?
No, not really. We've been in some pretty bad arenas over the years, so we get that. No, I'm joking. But no, they're here. A lot of these people are here to learn, and they had the coaches clinic. The coaches probably bored them to death, so you know, the energy was probably a little bit low when we came in. But it's good to have people in the gym watching practice, seeing if they could take anything. I see some kids up there, and I'm sure they enjoyed it.
What have you thought of the coaching staff as a whole this year? A lot of changes.
Yeah, it's been good. They've been good. They've maintained positive energy. They're continuing to work. Obviously, Nurse, as a first-year head coach, is learning and he's growing, and I think some of the other coaches are growing in their roles as well. And that's something that's kind of been swept under the rug a little bit, because we've had so much success, is that those guys are still learning and growing and finding their chemistry as well, and it's going to be a collaborative thing to where we all find our role and our rhythm, and hopefully, you know, we got a few more months to figure it out, to find the optimal, you know, pace or whatever you want to call it, to where we're operating. But they've been good.
Everybody has been talking about the long game, like being ready April, May, and June. Is that, again, with the coaches too, they're sort of, and players are sort of like anxious to get there, but you know you gotta wait? That's
been our overall theme of the year, I think, but it's a dangerous game to play. We're halfway through already, so we got to have a little bit more urgency coming up, and maybe that can be our New Year's resolution, is to, yeah, we're going to figure it out, but it'd be a lot better if we figure it out like tomorrow, you know what I mean? And obviously injuries play a part in that, but at some point we're going to have to start building our championship habits, and I think that we have been, but I think we can do a much better job of going out there and being, you know, kind of just boring in the way that we attack our details, and be, you know, annoying with just being sticklers about every little thing that we know is going to pay off, you know, in the playoffs. Yeah, you got to build that every day and every game, and we've done a pretty good job, but we can do much better, and I think that we're going to turn the corner there shortly.
Are you a New Year's resolution person?
No, not really.
Is there a different way that you kind of set your goals? Fred was saying that's sort of more by season than by year, or you just...
Same every year. Same every day.
Yeah.
Be a better person. Or all around everything, try to be better. But I feel like I shouldn't take a new year for somebody to do that or want to do that.
You did have a rather tumultuous year, though, changing franchises for the first time ever, and his life changed.
Yeah, it's definitely a different year. Change and transition year. but goals have never really changed. You know, I guess the standard or setting certain short-term and long-term goals have never changed.
Fred was just talking about the team needing to start bigger sense of urgency to put together little championship bits that good teams have to have. Do you sense that as well, that everybody's looking at the long game, but now it's time to turn it up a little bit?
For sure, and that comes with being able to execute and play with whoever it is we have on the floor. Obviously, we think we're going to be a stronger, deeper team when everybody gets back healthy. But this is the time where those young guys can get some good reps, some good minutes, miles on the road, and get comfortable behind the wheel. So all of us, and be able to play with some adversity, because we never know what's going to happen at the end of the season. We hope that we're 100% full health, but you never know what's going to happen. Be able to win games and play to a very high level without certain people. So we got to put together some bits, pieces, like he says, and parts of the season to where we grow from our lessons and losing and winning.
You're very used to the Spurs way of doing things. How have you adapted? What do you think of the job the coaching staff's done? Obviously, Nick's first year as a head coach.
I think I've adapted pretty well, pretty easily. I mean, as you can see, I think everybody here is playing, especially at the start anyway. I think kind of losing our legs a little bit, but trying to get those back. But everybody's adjusted pretty well. Not far off from the Spurs way. A lot of people in this league do things a similar way or trying to find that same way, and so it's easy to adjust and adapt to.
Are you a New Year's resolution person?
Not really, no.
You set your goals by season.
The goals are ongoing always.
Yeah. Are you a reflective person when you look back over the calendar year? You've had a lot of change in your life and circumstances. I just wonder if you're reflective in that manner.
I'm reflecting now, Doug.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. Yeah, a little bit. You know, you think about the year and all the things that have happened. Obviously,
it's been quite a year. A lot of things have happened.
Yeah.
All good.
Never all good.
Yeah.
Good with the bad, right? A lot of balance in life, but obviously an interesting year for me personally and professionally, and I think I'll remember a lot of this year.
Fred was saying earlier that every sport ever playing the long game, being ready in April and May and June, but is it time to get a little sense of more urgency?
Not yet.
That 41 game.
Not yet. I think we're still in our learning phase and process, and we're still trying to keep moving forward. And I think I'm pleased with some of the things we're doing. You know, I think we're making some huge strides at some areas. Again, we've threw another wrinkle in defensively last night with a little full court 1-2-1-1 press. We've thrown a 2-2-1 in fairly recently. We still polishing up that zone, which has been awfully good to us. We started double teaming a little bit more in Orlando in the low post. I mean, we're still lots to do and look at, right, to polish. And again, we want a big as menu as we can have going into the playoffs defensively.
These guys wouldn't have played too much 1-2-1-1 zone maybe in their lives. Certainly not as pros. How hard is it to teach?
It's not too hard. We're just trying to maybe get an early steal, right, out of the inbounds or out of the first early trap, eat up some shot clock. Like, the 2 possessions of it last night, one of them they didn't finally actually initiate their offense till like 11 on the shot clock. So that's a success.
Yeah.
Right, that's a success, and that's basically it. And just, give teams some more things to prepare for and stuff like that. I don't know. Look for some energy sparks, with those kind of things too sometimes.
Scramble the game
Yep.
a little bit.
Yep.
Nick, you got another game tomorrow where it'd be nice to have JP. I know you don't. It seems like you've had a few of those.
Yeah.
How do you manage a guy like Gobert?
Well, obviously the game's different with him in, right? It's try to pull him away as much as you can. We can do that a little bit with Serge. We'll position Serge different areas, right? Can't be afraid to go at him some,
Right.
Especially with his matchup, right? Sometimes you got to go at him. He's much better as a floating shot blocker, weak side shot blocker, or whatever. Yeah. So sometimes you got to just line him up and go at him once in a while too. I know it'll be a challenge, that's for sure.
How much did last night's kind of slow down 90s team they played both their bigs together at times,
Yeah.
right? With Favors
Yeah.
and Gobert. Do you think you might see some of that? As much as Quinn wanted to play faster this year, he does have two bigs.
Yeah, it'll be another probably slow down type game. I think we've been finding ourselves in these a little bit. Miami as well, I think teams limit possessions and try to stay in the game, and that's just the way a couple of the guys want to play, etc. So that's good. We'll be fine. We can line it up and go toe to toe with you.
You mentioned yesterday that Kyle's close to be tomorrow.
Yeah. No, it's not that. We don't really have an update on him today. He's not, but he won't be playing tomorrow. But I think things are progressing really well. Shouldn't be too long.